I understand that the four attached agencies are all GOCCs, Secretary, Mr. Chair. Of course, that includes the NHA, the HDMF, the NHMFC, and of course the SHAFC. And one of the distinct feature of GOCC, you all have the income generating capacity. Since I've been hearing about the subsidy coming from the national government, may I know to what extent of your annual budget comes from the subsidy, and what is the justification of this subsidy? Perhaps we can start from NHA.
NHA, please rephrase the question.
The question, Mr. Chair, is what is the extent out of the annual budget, to what extent is the subsidy coming from the national government? And if I may complete the question, second, how do you generate income? And third, what are the allowable uses of the income generated? For clarity, let me reiterate. First, to what extent of your annual budget is the subsidy that comes from the national government? Second, what is the justification of that subsidy? Third, how do you generate income? And fourth, what are the allowable uses of the income generated?
Madam Chair, basically 100% of our national government subsidy goes to projects. We construct housing units based on that. Then with regards to income, NHA doesn't profit from our socialized housing units. It's actually the interest is actually subsidized. What we generate income is from our commercial units, commercial spaces, and other commercial leasing spaces. This is income naman po is used to pay for our PS and MOE. And also, if may excess pa po sa income, it subsidizes also the operations of NHA and also the interest because our housing units wala pong interest, yan, very little lang po, around 2 to 3% over a 30-year period. And if I may, Madam Chair, like for our, like almost 70% of our housing units, like the Yolanda housing units, Marawi, these are non-recoverable, wherein we say that we do not collect payments, and these are actually for grant. So it entails a lot of manpower and operation. So this is where our income goes.
Mr. Chair, I will go back to the subsidy. If you have a budget of, let us say, 10 billion, how much of the same annual budget comes from the subsidy from the national government?
100% po of our budget, because it's line item po all for projects.
Now, I wish to ask, since you have the income generating capacity, notwithstanding the fact that you mentioned about the TSN MOOE, what is the percentage of your income generation, and what is this TSN MOOE, where you use your income you generate from commercial housing?
We can furnish a copy of our financial statement, Madam Chair, but our MOE and PS would be around 3 billion annually. So we pay for this based on our income, Madam Chair.
Mr. Chair, earlier the NHA said that they do not derive any income from socialized housing.
Yes.
But they generate income from commercial housing, and they use this income for the purpose of their TSN MOOE. Can you please expound on this? Ano po ba itong TSN MOOE specifically, where you utilize your...
PS is personal salary, This
Oh, it's not TSN, it's PS.
PS.
Personal salary and then
MOE,
maintenance and other operating expense. Okay. So you are saying, NHA, that the entire annual budget comes from the subsidy of the government?
Uh, Sorry, for four projects, Madam Chair.
For projects. And the income that you derive is being utilized only to cover the PS and the MOOE.
Yes, Madam Chair.
Because this question is anchored on how possibly can we maximize our earning capacity so that we can augment the budget intended for housing, which is the mandate of the NHA.
It wouldn't be possible, Madam Chair.
Why?
Because our income is not that much, Madam Chair. As I say, Yolanda Housing is grant. Marawi Housing is grant. So almost 60 to 70% of what we do is grant.
So 40% only of the housing income of NHA.
Yes, which are recoverable. And also we also do mga census and tagging for DOTR, DPWH, and other government offices.
Mr. Chair, of course, we always hear during budget briefings limitation of budget. I think this is universal already among all other agencies, and this is the very essence of budgeting. We have to make the necessary priorities to be able to address the needs of our country amid the very limited resources that we have. And that is on this point that I wish to anchor the question of how else can we maximize the income generating capacity of these four attached agencies so at least we can augment, makadagdag man lang sa pondo para sa ating housing mandate. But I've heard the answer of the NHA, Mr. Chair. So perhaps we will be proceeding to SHFC.
Yes, Madam Chair, SHFC has been constantly and consistently improving on its collection performance for the past many years. As of 2024, we have collected almost 1.4 billion. And about 55% of this goes to our maintenance and operating expenses. That leaves something like 500 million for us to be able to utilize this for our other programs. So we're trying to improve on our collection performance every year so that we will be able to finance and sustain our other programs and projects. But as you said, being a government corporation, government agency, we should be able to earn more money from our ventures. In 4PH, we have started doing this. We may be able to earn some profits by next year, Madam Chair, but this will not be able to sustain the needs of our programs. That's why there is also a need for national government support to finance, especially our CMP project, because CMP basically we cannot transfer this or have this taken out by Pag-ibig, considering that most of these informal settlers are non-Pag-ibig members. So the subsidy requirement of Social Housing Finance Corporation is basically focused on our CMP program, Madam Chair.
Mr. Chair, I will raise the same question that I asked from NHA. For SHFC, to what extent of your annual budget does the subsidy from national government comprise? Out of 1 billion, for example, magkano po ba yung nanggagaling sa subsidy ng national government?
Basically, the budget that we receive from the national government are spent for loans outlay, Madam Chair, for the CMP and other programs of social
What
housing
percentage
finance.
of your annual budget comprises the subsidy from national government?
Right now, given the fact that we're only receiving 120 million to about 166 million for next year, this is just but a fraction of what we're spending for our programs.
Earlier, Mr. Chair, you made mention about 1.4 billion. Is this income?
Yes, that's our collections from
Collection.
from the monthly amortizations and monthly payments from our existing programs, either CMP, HDH, or other programs that the Social Housing Finance Corporation has implemented.
By collection, Mr. Chair, then this does not represent the income yet. Is this gross
Not
or
yet,
net
not
income
yet.
already?
Not yet.
Not yet. Kanina po may nabanggit din kayong 500 million. The same goes to your operation?
Po 500 million is the remaining balance from our collection for the year.
Still collectible.
Inaano po namin yan, pinabalik po namin yan sa programa so that we can finance our other CMP programs.
So if you will be asked about the income you generate per year, can you give us an average amount?
Yung pong income natin for last year was about 139 million.
139. And your annual budget for last year is how much?
Although yung CFB po namin kasi will have to be adjusted, nasa 7 billion
In 2024.
sa 2024 po.
That's budget for CMP,
For all the programs of
Community Mortgage Program. And in the event that you generate this income, Mr. Chair, what are the allowable uses of the income generated by this GOCC?
yung pong CMP kasi natin, which is basically a financing program. Ang inflows po natin dito basically would come from the monthly payments of our beneficiaries na long-term in nature, na 25 to 30 years. So, ang reflows po natin, basically yun lang po yung mga monthly amortizations na nanggagaling sa mga beneficiaries natin. So, yun po yung tinasabi nating mga 1.4 billion that we collect every year. And constantly naman and consistently, we are able to improve on our collection. So, dun lang po kami talaga nagde-depend. Outside of that, kailangan talagang infusion from the national government also for to support our programs.
Do you think there is a possible way by which to increase the income being generated by SHAFC and perhaps augment the budget for housing?
Unlike the National Housing Authority, wala po kaming mga commercial properties na pwede naming pagkakitaan.
Basically, your projects are all socialized housing.
Yes, Madam Chair.
I see. May we hear from HDMF? NHF, FMC. NHMFC.
Yeah, good evening, Your Honor. Specifically, the GAA that we have received in the past 3 years comes out to about, on the average, 2.8%. Something like 450,000. That's what we get from, yes,
A subsidy.
as GAA. Yeah, right.
Yes.
Subsidy, right.
Pag sinabi niyo po bang GAA, are you referring to subsidy coming from the national government?
Yes. Yes, 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 yes.
And then the
Okay,
rest of the
subsidy then.
budget that the NHMFC uses
We use
comes
our-
from the...
Our operating.
You are almost self-sustaining. Tama po ba, sir?
Correct.
Okay. Can you please enlighten us? Paano naman po kayo nag-generate ng income?
Basically from long-term loans that we have extended for the past 40 years to home buyers. That's
And
how
is-
we generate our cash flows.
Is there a way that this income we generate from out of those loans can be used also in building houses for those who are qualified beneficiaries?
Oh,
Because I
yeah.
understand that your mandate is to extend financing.
Yes, our basic uh, 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 purpose is to provide to purchase real estate mortgages, package it into asset pools, and then sell securities to the capital markets. So the private money would now come in through our asset-backed securities. Yes, we do also have within our mandate to also possibly to do some funding in the production, but we are now refining our financial products as far as your question is concerned, whether we could actually build. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. For my next question to Secretary, what pag-ibig? Do we have pag-ibig here? Yes, ma'am.
Good evening po, Mr. Chair.
Are you receiving subsidy also from the government?
No, ma'am.
No. You're the one remitting. I hope the rest of the three agencies are like you. Okay, so how much income do you generate per year at the average, and what are the allowable uses of this income?
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, our net income last year was 56.54 billion. But based on our charter, we are supposed to declare at least 70% of our net income as dividends to the to our members. That is why last year we declared 46.9 billion in dividends po. And then our income, we generate our income from the interest of our housing loans, our short-term loans, and if there are funds available for investment, we invest in government securities and fixed income bonds or preferred shares po.
Ma'am, parang wala akong narinig na portion as augmentation to our housing mandate.
Meron po.
Meron.
Yes po.
May we know the percentage?
Actually po last year, we released 129.7 billion in housing loans. And under the 4PH program,
So,
we are...
if I may interrupt, that's how you address the mandate for housing
Yes.
by
Yes.
extending loans to the members of HDMF.
Yes, Madam Chair.
Please continue, ma'am.
And as part of our mandate and to support the 4PH program, we give subsidy. Actually, we grant subsidy, interest subsidy for the socialized housing packages, which was discussed by our secretary. So instead of our regular 6.25% po sa regular, the interest rate for the socialized housing packages is at 3%. So, yun po yung aming contribution to the shelter program. And if I may, we also lend to SHFC and to NHA so that they can construct their projects.
How about SHAPSI?
Yes po.
You also lend.
Yes po. And also to NHMFC, we also sold to them years ago our socialized housing packages para po ma-securitize po nila.
Ma'am, siguro, in addition to lending, you also share capacity building.
Yes po.
Kung paano ba ginagawa ng HDMF that they are not recipient anymore of any subsidy from the national government, and the operation relies solely on its income. So, if SHAPSI is almost self-sustaining, then you are the one who is really self-sustaining. For my last question, Mr. Chair, may I just know the parameters for the use of escrow fund?
Mr. Chair, the directive of the President is very clear. The escrow funds will be used for direct production, including CMP and transitory or rental housing. So, periodically, we report the escrow utilization to the Office of the President for their comments and approval.
Basically, all forms of project may be considered for the use of escrow,
Direct production.
except for commercial housing, perhaps.
Yes.
CMP and socialized. And the rental
kasama po.
I see. For my last manifestation, perhaps, Mr. Secretary, esteemed colleagues, since my first year as member of the House, I've been appealing to SHAFC that they consider our LGUs to be the recipient of the CMP. This is my fourth year on my second term. I hope this time we will merit the attention of the Socialized Housing and Finance Corporation. And perhaps this is the reason also why I keep on asking about funding, the escrow. Gusto ko pa ngang itanong ilang percentage ng development must be dedicated to socialized housing because this manifests that we have a housing problem. We need houses for qualified beneficiaries in our district. Sir, tandaan niyo po ako.
Tatandaan ko po kayo, ma'am.
I think we've met before.
Yes,
and
definitely. Many times.
I am really appealing for your help.
Yes,
I hope that we will merit the attention of SHAFC this time.
Opo.
Mr. Chair,
Revive na po ni Secretary yung...
We are committing
CMP.
that your district or the LGUs under your district will be covered by the second batch of CMP that we will roll out last quarter of this year, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Secretary. Thank you, Mr. Chair.